Morning, guys.
Morning.
It's the next day and we're at Harecastle Tunnel, just waiting to go in. It's 9 o'clock, so we've got to go in at 10. There's some boats coming through, I believe, now, because the vents are on. Coming from the other way, they go earlier. But, yeah, we thought we were alone, and we were up until
6 o'clock?
Yeah, when it was completely dark. A boat showed up and moored on the other side, which was fine, because we thought, well, there was a boat going to join us anyway.
Yeah, that's what we thought. It's them. Yeah. But
then,
the funny thing, what time was it? About quarter to 8?
8 o'clock. Yeah. Another light comes along.
Coming past us.
And almost hits the front of the boat. I said, Mum, what the hell's going on? So Mum goes out there.
I went out there and I said, hi, I said, you alright? Oh yeah, we're just going to go through the tunnel, but we just noticed it's closed. I said, yeah. I said, it's closed. I said, it's winter. I said, it's only Fridays, Saturdays and Mondays. I said, and you have to book. And you have to book. He said, oh, okay then. He said, I'll get on to, he said, I'll moor behind you. He said, and I'll get on and book tonight. And it's funny because I went on there last night and the next one to go through is Monday. Yeah. So whether they're going to let them go through with us or they'll have to wait till Monday, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're new to narrowboating and they don't know, that you have to book.
Yeah, well, it's crazy, isn't it? But anyway, so we're going to go through in a minute. The guy who's going to be joining us is already over on the water point, had his little check cam. And yeah, we're just going to go through Harecastle.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be alright.
Yeah, Josh got to take the trolley thing off, haven't you? That's about it, I think. I think otherwise we're alright, I think. We've done it twice. We've done it twice before.
So let's go.
So this is the map of the UK Canal Network. We are here down in Stoke-on-Trent at Harecastle Tunnel. Straight away we'll be making our way through Harecastle Tunnel and out the other side to Kids Grove, where we'll then come onto the Macclesfield Canal via a junction at Red Bull, over the top of the Trent and Mersey and on our way to Scholar Green. After Scholar Green we'll have one stop block and make our way to Morton, where we're more up at Watery Lane, making the cruise about 6.5 miles and only one lock.
What's happened now?
Well, somebody else has rocked up now, guys. Number 4. And
they
haven't booked anyway. And I was just talking to the guys behind us, lovely guy. They're moving his father-in-law's boat, so they're going like late at night as well.
He's going all the way to Marple today.
Yeah, but he's a lovely guy. But the guy has let him through, and the guy over there didn't book either. But he was just saying to us, we were chatting to him, and he said, well, if you hadn't booked, nobody would be here. So I don't know whether people do. Oh, I suppose they would have come here for the people coming the other way.
Yeah.
So, but if we just rocked up, it's
it takes 5 minutes to book.
Yeah, I know. You only have to go online, so it's easy.
We're just waiting for one more boat to come through. 11 o'clocker.
Yeah. But if that's 11 o'clock, they're not through to 12:15.
Yeah, but he probably got there early. I reckon he's in there now.
Hopefully, otherwise we'll be waiting here another couple of hours.
Yeah.
So now we enter the 1.6 mile Harecastle Tunnel, or otherwise known as Scarecastle. The canal has to tunnel here because otherwise it would have to go up 640 feet. Yes, that's how big the hill is above it. But there's actually 2 canal tunnels built here, 50 years apart from each other. One by the great James Brindley, the first one, and of course the second one, the one we're using now, Thomas Telford, which opened in the late 1820s. Construction began on the first one all the way back in 1770, but it wasn't complete until 7 years later in 1777 and was about 2,880 yards. Both entrances are still very clearly visible, but you'll notice something with them, and that's the fact that they've subsided quite a bit. But James Brindley could never imagine how busy this canal would have gotten, and not too long after it opened, it became evident it was a bit of a bottleneck, and a second tunnel would have to be built. So work finally began on Telford's tunnel in 1824, and it only took 3 years, and was opened to navigation on the 30th of April 1827. It was used in conjunction with the other tunnel, with both tunnels taking opposite traffic. Funny enough though, this tunnel did of course have a towpath, whereas the other one didn't. He says, but this one a horse could draw you through. But unfortunately, due to subsidence, the towpath was removed. As a result, an electric tug was added in 1914. This would pull the boats through. Eventually, Brindley's tunnel was shut. It got too low for boats to navigate through it, and Telford's tunnel even suffered with subsidence, thanks to the mining underneath the canals. It was actually closed for a whopping 4 years in 1973 to 1977. During this time, they actually removed the towpath, or what remained of it, and improved the air capacity in the tunnel by adding the fans, because there are no shafts for the air to come through, so it's a bit dangerous. That's why they actually close the door on us and ventilate all the air out. And it's the main reason you have to book this tunnel. Sadly, in 2014, a 58-year-old man fell off the back of his boat while travelling through the tunnel and tragically died. Dead ahead is the start of the Heartbreak Hill lock flight, which is about 30 odd locks, which will take you down to Anderton and along Trent and Mersey to the Bridgewater Canal, of course. But we're going to turn up here onto the Macclesfield Canal, a canal that joined onto the Trent and Mersey much later. But I'll talk more about that in a minute.
Harecastle Tunnel onto the Mackie.
Yeah, done it fine.
Yeah.
Very drippy in there.
And cold. Oh, train.
Yeah, we're on the Macclesfield now.
Yeah. It went well in the tunnel. No
Love
crashes.
the Harecastle tunnel.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Love
don't,
it.
but I love tunnels, like I said.
Yeah. So yeah, I just turned onto the Mackie. Just gone past Heartbreak Hill locks. And yeah, had to make the decision. Hopefully it's the right one. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I believe the boats behind us are going to follow us up here. They want to get to Marple today. Crikey. So we'll see about that. But yeah, onwards up the Macclesfield now. Not going to go far, probably to Wharf Lane, which I don't know where is near. But yeah, we'll see.
So this technically isn't the Macclesfield Canal yet. This is actually the Hall Green branch of the Trent and Mersey. You see, the Macclesfield Canal was authorised in 1826, but the Trent and Mersey Canal managed to have a clause inserted into the Act that required them to build the final mile. It also enabled them to charge tolls for the use of that final section, and to receive all surplus water from the Macclesfield Canal. When the Macclesfield was opened in 1831, it was about 26 miles long, and had 12 locks on it, and went and joined the Trent and Mersey Canal to the Peak Forest Canal. As you can see, we just went over the top of the Trent and Mersey Canal on an aqueduct. It's pretty cool when you do that, go over another canal on an aqueduct.
The reason I'm off the boat is through the drone, of course. I don't like landing it back on the boat because it keeps its position with GPS, but the boat moves forward, so it's really hard to land. And it's been a close call sometimes, so I get off to get the drone. and I'm just walking because there is one lock up here, the stop lock, and so I'm just going to walk up to that one. So we've got a boat behind us and they are in a bit of a rush, so I thought I'd get there as quick as I could, get it ready. So we've now reached the first lock of the day, and the only one, Hall Green stop lock. And it's only about 12 inches. As you can see, there was another chamber here. There's only one lock here now. There was 2 locks, and this allowed either canal to be higher than the other. But it was taken out of use when the weir level was dropped on the summit pound of the Trent and Mersey canal to improve clearance in Harecastle Tunnel. You see, the clearance in Harecastle Tunnel got so low that they had to actually lower the Trent and Mersey pound. It cannot be taken out of use because unfortunately the Macclesfield canal is very shallow as it is, and if you take this 12 inches away, it's going to be even more shallow, so at the moment they have to leave it. Can you see that little castle on top of the hill there? That's Mocop. We're going to have a look at that later on in the video, so stay tuned. So this is Ramsdale Hall, built in the 1760s. You'll see opposite it that there is some ornate railings. There was going to be a huge diversion here to avoid the hall and even build a tunnel to keep the canal out of sight of the hall. But the engineer managed to actually negotiate a deal with the hall owners. As compensation, ornate railings were put up. Someone's written on there that they're coming back for it, it's not been dumped. Interested in this nice canal side property?
We're just going to moor up here in this absolutely stunning location with great solar. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, it's absolutely beautiful here. And there should be parking just around the corner. The lane is literally just here. Watery Lane. I thought it was down there. I thought it's just here. Oh, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to climb up Mocop Hill, which over there. It's the big hill I've been filming with the castle on top. Now just coming down on this lane, so I want to find out if I can park down here. Don't think I will be able to because it's so narrow. When you look at Street View, you think that sign says no parking, but it says no tipping. There's enough room for 2 or 3 cars here, and for someone to pull in, get out of the way of another car coming. And the boat's literally right here, so that's brilliant. That's perfect. So we don't have to move, because I was thinking about having to move again to get closer, because we've got a lot of things to do with the car. But yeah, if you remember last time I came on the Macclesfield 2 years ago, April 2022, I said, well, so first I said about the cloud, which is another hill further up. I said, oh, I'd love to climb that hill, but I certainly wouldn't love doing it, because I was too fat to do it. Going underneath the Macclesfield Canal now. And I came very close to climbing Mocop, but I didn't. And now I'm so much fitter, I'm going to club up Mocop just after the cruise. And I think it's about a 5 mile round walk. I'm going to take the gradual way up because it is 200 metres gain, so it's quite a lot. And then there's another way back, which is a more steeper way, and I'll go back downhill then. Oh, there's more parking here too. Mum's not coming though, fortunately she's too tired, she's got loads of stuff to do. Lucky I got my microphone, because it is windy, really windy. Imagine what it's going to be like up there. It's going to be really windy out there, I imagine. Yeah, so hopefully the audio is good enough for you guys. Right, this way I believe, even though it says Mocop that way, it's this way. Hello horses. Right, so there should be a public footpath off here somewhere. I'm so sorry about how shaky the footage is. I don't think I had image stabilization on this phone. It's not the one I typically use. And so the ascent begins. Already warmed me up, this has. A lot further to go yet though. It gets steeper. Looks like an old ancient lane or something. Well, look at that, we're making our way up across this field now I believe, and up into the trees. Let's go. Beautiful mackerel sky. Don't have to come far up to get a look at the Cheshire Plain, do we? Wow. Oh, bog. Oh, oh. Let's not get bogged down. I feel like I'm walking in a new bloody forest. Oh. 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 God, no way. You can see the skyscrapers of Manchester over there. Wow. So here is the Old Manor Mow. Now it is 65 feet tall, that is, and it's not a natural formation. Well, it is, but it's a quarry, and the quarrymen cleared all the stone out and left this big rock standing in the middle, the grit stone, that is. That's what they were after in constructing roads and other buildings locally, maybe even to build the bridges on the Macclesfield. Yeah, this is an extra little benefit, added benefit of coming out to see the castle. At last we made it to the stunning Mocop Castle with the beautiful golden hour light hitting it. This ridgeline sits right on the boundary between Cheshire and Staffordshire. In 1754, Randall Wilbraham of the nearby Road Hall built an elaborate summer house looking like a medieval fortress and round tower. The castle was given to the National Trust in 1937, so yeah, it's not some medieval ancient castle unfortunately, but it's pretty much just a folly. But my god, some of the views you can get around here, the Peak District and the Cheshire Plain, are just absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, I can't believe I found some shelter. There's no wind in here. Oh, I was just being hit by 60-mile-an-hour gusts. Wow, that was strong. I was literally on the highest bit of land for the like 5 or 6 miles, or especially towards the Cheshire Plain. But yeah, that was absolutely outstanding. It was well worth the walk, and I would have found it hard 2 years ago, but it was a piece of cake. You saw me running up. I just have so much energy, and it's just, when you've been fat your whole life, you're like, wow, so this is what it's usually like for normal people. And yeah, it's like easy, you know. But yeah, absolutely gusting up here. But it's well worth the walk. And I've got to make my way down now because I'm getting cold because I stopped walking.
because that wind is absolutely bitter, as you can see by my rosy cheeks. But I can see everything. I can see Biddulph, just down there. I can see Manchester. I can see over towards Northwich. I mean, I can see all the way down to Chester probably on a clear day. Wow, absolutely stunning up here. I'm so glad I came up, and make my way down now, because unfortunately the sun went in when I got up here. Just as I got up, I managed to just get a few shots